What is the street parking vault?
The street parking vault is one workout a week for 25 weeks with a goal of helping you build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
You can customize these workouts to make them work for your equipment and fitness level.
Each week, log your workouts before time is up.
Remember, your scores do not matter.
You just can't miss.
All right, we are here getting ready to tackle week 22 of the 2023 vault. We're getting after Cleopatra. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this workout to catch our tips and for the full breakdown as well. Now for any of the customizations, make sure you guys go to my.streetparking.com or as well as the app. Trina's gonna be tackling the dumbbell version with Nisha's stomach, but will not be afraid to adjust to V-ups if she feels that the form is breaking down completely. We had this conversation before the workout. And Amanda's gonna be doing dumbbell version with double unders. I'll be doing barbell version, so we have lots of variety happening. So let's see how this goes.
All right, and Team Tillamook is
Team
out
Tillamook.
the door.
Yeah, they are. On to Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
I'm excited for this workout, Alex.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I hardly ever hear those words come out of your mouth.
Yikes. I mean, that's really true. You will hardly ever hear those words come out of my mouth, but I do like this lineup of this workout. I'm down. I love a hop over. I love a snatch, and I'll deal with a toe to bar. It's not one of those things I absolutely hate. Like, I like to try to work towards them with a bit of a combination platter. So, that being said, let's talk about this workout a little bit. What is Cleopatra?
Yeah, so this workout is every 3 minutes for 21 minutes, which ends up being 7 rounds total.
Ooh, okay.
You'll perform 10 toes to bar.
10, solid.
Then 30 double unders or hop overs. And then 10 snatches. So you guys see Julian doing this with a barbell, and then our lovely ladies, Amanda and Trina, are doing a double dumbbell
snatch. Dun, 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 dun.
Now, and that's actually true for versions A and B.
Okay.
It's 10 reps.
Like it?
Yeah.
Into it?
For version C, with the sandbag, we're looking at 12 ground to overhead.
Okay.
So the reps increase just a little bit, and that's usually because the suggested sandbag weights that we use are a little lighter than what you might use for, or what's suggested for barbell power snatch and for a double dumbbell power snatch.
So this first round went by very quickly, which was fantastic. I love it. I'm wondering how that is going to continue as it goes on, because when it comes to this workout in particular, you are scoring your fastest round and your slowest round. So when a workout says that, we're trying to get those to be about the same, right?
Actually,
what?
I'm glad you brought that up, because
Roger that. Okay. Quick, this just in, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Trina and Amanda are both adjusting to extra challenge with Julian, which means instead of every 3 minutes, it's every 2.5 minutes. So you have seen it here first, people, a live in action vault extra challenge, audible upgrade, fitness bullying at its best. 3, 2, 1, go. There they are on the second round.
I love that. So that does mean
What does
they
it
will
mean?
be doing an extra round.
Yes.
Every 2.5 minutes for 20 minutes, which sounds like, oh, it's 20 minutes, it's less. But no, because
No.
we're shortening those rounds by
It's
30
technically
seconds.
a whole nother round.
They'll end up doing 8 total, but they can totally handle it.
Okay, so what we were just talking about is I had
Yes.
asked if you're trying to get the fastest round and the slowest round to be kind of the
Right.
same, and you gave me the no, ma'am.
No, actually, when we score both fastest and slowest, basically what we're saying is we want to acknowledge you peacocking.
Oh.
Like, we want to give you credit
Okay.
for going out the gates a little hot.
Yes.
Maybe testing
Give
the
me
waters.
credit.
I know, yeah, right?
Yes.
So yeah, your fastest round is like us giving you like a tip of the hat, right? Like a
Oh,
nod to you.
I
like,
love a
hey,
nod.
hey, let's give you credit for you just like going for it.
Thank you.
And then
I feel
the slowest round's kind of like us saying like, okay, like now where did you kind of settle into
Right.
after you
The slowest
really
one is you taking the
came out
credit
the
back
gates
and
hot.
being like, but then what happened?
Exactly. Ideally, yes. Ideally, you would be able to sustain all of those efforts, all
Okay.
7 to 8 efforts.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're earning enough rest, you should absolutely be able to keep the intensity pretty high. We don't want to see a huge drop off
No.
from start to finish. But yeah, it's totally okay to peacock this one a little bit and kind of see where you're at. And
Right on.
because the work can be done pretty quickly, so it's great that Amanda and Trina are getting less rest and doing a little bit more work. Another option would be to take those 3 minutes and choose some more challenging variations of the movement. So let's
Okay.
say you can do toes to bar, but usually the workout's a little bit too fast paced for you to keep up with them and do them like legit, like
Right.
toes
Well,
making contact
yeah.
with the bar. Today would be a great day, like if you just have to chip away at doubles,
Yeah.
singles,
Okay.
and it takes you a little longer, that's fine because there's room allotted for that. There's time for it if you
Okay.
go with the every 3 minutes.
I
Same
like
thing
that.
goes with the snatch. Like if you have to do 3, 4 reps and then drop the bar or set the dumbbells down, shake it out, you have time to do that.
Okay.
As long as you're getting like, I would say a minute's rest, you're probably golden.
Right on.
Minute, maybe 45 seconds, you'd be okay with that.
You know, and Julian did say going into this, he was looking, his goal is to get a minute of recovery each round. And if he can keep that up throughout, he was like, well, maybe I'll increase the weight slightly,
Yeah.
but he thinks that 115 is going to be a good weight for him. Second time around, if he finds that this was super easy and he wants to do something, he doesn't think he's actually even going to go up in weight. He said he might increase the toe to bar reps or the double under reps the second
Nice.
time around.
Yeah, and I think that's perfectly fine. A 115-pound snatch in a daily workout or in a high-intensity metcon like this is, I don't know that there's a whole lot of reason to go much heavier than that.
Yeah.
Although, you know, our extra challenge weights, the suggested loading for that, we did put a range of 115 to 135.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't.
Yeah.
You know, that's for some of you guys that might be perfectly fine. But yeah, fitness freedom the heck out of that. If you
Fitness
wanna-
freedom.
If you know your toes to bar are super strong and you're able to do, I mean, I would say if you can do 10 reps unbroken for the first half of this workout, absolutely. You have all the capacity needed to up those reps to 12 or 14.
Heck yeah.
even.
Do it to it. This is looking great. They're really just breezing through the situation.
Yeah, super smooth. I do think, guys, because we rarely ever do on the half minute,
Yeah.
just because it's a little bit harder to keep track of
Yeah.
time. I would highly recommend if you're gonna go with the extra challenge, or you think maybe kind of like Amanda and Trina, if you think you might start off with the regular and then transition to extra challenge afterward, I would have like a whiteboard or a sheet of paper nearby with those time intervals listed out, just so you're not having to do all that math in the middle of the workout. We know how that goes, right?
Yeah,
Right,
I
Nicole?
mean, yes. Just stop looking at me like that, Alex. Yes, I know how that
I'm
goes.
giving her a very knowing
Knowing
side
look
eye.
that says, I know that you don't know how to do math, which is incorrect. I can do math.
I didn't say you
with
couldn't.
paper.
I said when you get that workout brain going.
Workout brain, unable to do math. Math
Yeah.
in my head, unable to do math.
Yeah.
But with a whiteboard or a piece of paper, I got it under control. Whiteboard,
And I say that
piece of
because
paper.
I don't even have workout brain right now, and I'm like, when are they going again?
I'm actually really good at this one. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. and then plus 2.5 is 7.5, and then plus 2.5 is 10, and then you do it all again.
Nice.
First and 10,
Easy
do it again.
peasy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. I'm so glad that you feel that that's easy.
Thank you. It doesn't often happen.
So it looks like Julian is going unbroken on his toast bar. I'm super stoked that Trina is showing a hanging knee raise,
Yes.
or Julian called a knee to stomach earlier on. Because that is a listed customization
I love
for
it.
toast bar.
Solid customization.
We often, or I mean, pretty much always list V-ups or alternating V-ups in the like main written version of the workout.
Yeah.
For people who don't have a pull-up bar, but that's pretty much the only reason why we'll list that.
Yeah.
I don't say the only reason. I just mean instead of it just being listed in customizations, we just want people without a pull-up bar to know exactly what they can do if they can't do toast bar in that capacity. So I'm really stoked to see Trina doing this. I think, honestly, if I can remember correctly, she may be the first person in a vault premiere that demos
That
knee raises.
That may be true.
Yeah, I think she's debuting this.
Oh, a debut even.
Oh.
I love it. I like I love a knee raise in that it helps me get towards a toe to bar. I have a really hard time stringing several toes to bar together.
Yeah.
So I'll even at times do a toe to bar and then an attempt at a like a toe to bar, a knee up, a toe to and because something about I think hanging from the bar with my weight. I'm a very compact human. I weigh more than I might look like I weigh.
This is true.
I consider myself a bit of a brick of a human.
A brick house.
Yeah, hell yeah. So it's hard for me to really maintain just holding my weight on the bar.
Absolutely, yeah, that
so
gets tough.
what I love about a knee raise is I can put my feet down and then do my knee raise, and then put my feet down and then do the toe to bar. It's kind of like a paced one at a time thing for me.
Yeah, and you're still getting to work on your grip stamina that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Without it being like, because otherwise you might hang for like 2 seconds and have to drop down. And it's like, what good is that? You know?
Not might, I do. That's what happens.
exactly.
That's what ends up happening. So here they go again, off to the races for another round of this workout. Which version do you think you're gonna do, Alex?
That's a good question. I'm most definitely gonna do toast to bar. I might whip out my rope and do
whip it out.
numbers.
Yes.
It's more the dumbbell or the barbell that I'm curious which one I'm gonna be interested in doing. I like both.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I might do dumbbell just because we rarely program a double dumbbell snatch.
It's true.
So just fun to kind of mix it up and do something different, you know?
Yeah.
Now, Amanda is doing the alternating V-up option.
Yes.
And really, I think she maybe would have gone with that option regardless, but she is 11 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, due in October.
At the time of this filming. Yeah, and she just said it just feels good for where she is now to do the alternating V-ups. And for all you mamas or pregnant ladies out there, if you didn't already know, Street Parking has really, really excellent resources for those who are pregnant or even postpartum.
Yeah.
One that is easily accessible for every daily workout are the mama modifications. So if ever there's like, you know, pregnant and there's pressure in your abdomen and you're trying to manage that pressure, definitely head over to the mama modifications. And there will be listed some basically just customizations that are more appropriate depending on where you are in your pregnancy.
Truth. And pro tip, say you're not a mama, but maybe you had a little core issue.
Absolutely.
Or low back issue. Not a bad place to look for your customizations.
No, it's true. Even for some injuries, honestly. Low back injuries specifically, because a lot of times the mama modifications deal with like kind of immobilizing the spine and keeping that set. Yeah. And for a lot of people with low back injury, that's basically the goal to continue moving while injured is to kind of try to keep the spine from too much flexion and extension while still moving the limbs or still just getting some movement in.
Yeah. A couple years ago when I hurt my back on that deadlift, I did the mama mods for a minute, and it was able to keep me moving, but without making anything worse. It was
and
great.
it might not be at the intensity that you're accustomed
Yeah.
to, but really the goal is, or the objective is to stay consistent, to keep moving. Maybe you're not showing up in the same way that you typically would, but who cares, you know?
Yeah, you're showing
We're
up.
all about showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of showing up, these guys are still showing up in a big way. We are working into the 13th minute of this workout. Remember, guys, they switched to the extra challenge version, so this will be every 2.5 minutes for 20 minutes. So
Yeah,
they
they're
are
well over
deep
halfway
in it
now. Yeah. Let's
we-
talk a little bit about the shift workout
Oh,
today.
yeah, heck yeah. I love a good shift version. What do we have for
So
shift?
in case this is seeming like a little bit too overwhelming, maybe shift is 7 rounds, 30 seconds of sit-ups, 30 seconds of single unders or toe taps, 30 seconds of alternating hang dumbbell snatches,
Ooh-wee,
with 30
yes.
seconds of rest between rounds.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the double dumbbell snatch, but I love the alternating dumbbell snatch.
Absolutely.
But I think on this one I might try the double dumbbell snatch. I don't know. I'm finding obviously always it's very tempting for me to go with the sandbag. But
Well,
maybe
of course.
maybe I should give this double dumbbell snatch a try today. And by today, I mean in the distant future.
Yeah.
So we're looking, guys, at Team Tillamook, which is a couple hours south of here.
Yep. Southwest, right? More
Yeah,
towards the coast?
Yeah, because it's more towards the coast for sure. And Trina and Amanda both live in Tillamook, which, fun fact, Pauline went to high school in Tillamook.
Yes. Fun
So-
fact indeed.
These guys are all got some Tillamook roots in common. And if you've never been to Tillamook, man, you guys have got to go to the factory out there and get yourself some cheese.
Yes. Tillamook cheese, Tillamook ice cream, their dairy products are just
That good
top
Tillamook
notch.
dairy.
I mean, they are cream of the
the
crop.
cream of the crop, Alex, yes.
I knew you would like that one.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. So Trina, she is working on the clinic side as a medical assistant, OBGYN section. Amanda is a labor and delivery nurse.
Yeah, she is.
So
L&D.
yes, LND. And I'm very excited to see them here delivering excellent fitness.
Ooh, it's pretty
Yes.
laborious.
Laborious! Oh no! Oh
What's
no!
happening over
What has
here?
happened? The wheels have fallen right off. I love it.
All right, they are just making their way over the 3/4 mark. They're about 75% through this workout. Trina is just crushing those knee raises.
Still on those knee raises. I'm really
Super
excited
proud
to
of
see it
her.
because she did make the plan of if she wasn't able to continue with that to go to the alternating V-ups, but it looks like those are still hanging on. I'm
Yeah.
stoked.
Yeah.
Also, normally doesn't do this type of hop over. Usually hops over a line in the floor.
Oh, nice.
Just because for fear of falling.
Well,
and she's
yeah,
been starting
yeah.
to add in hopping over an object.
Yeah.
So
Well, good
I'm
for
stoked to see her
I'm
just
super
hammering
stoked
those
that
out.
She's challenging herself and putting herself out there. It's hard to come and work out in front of a group of people when you're not accustomed to that, especially with a camera.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know? So I'm so proud of all the members who have come and been vulnerable and been brave
Yes.
and just put it all out on the garage floor.
Yes, put it out there. It looks like Amanda switched from the double unders to a hop over. And
nice.
that brings up a good point.
Yes, it does.
Always have a backup plan.
Always.
That way you don't have to think about it in the middle of the workout.
Yeah, especially with a movement so skilled as a double under. If you're getting frustrated, if you're tripping up a lot, just switch.
Yeah.
Just move on. Especially with something like where there's a time interval, right?
Yeah.
Like you're pressured by the clock to get some work done within a certain amount of time. Definitely don't want to be stuck at any one spot.
Yeah.
So I think that was really a wise choice. Really proud of her for doing that. Nice, Amanda. Well done.
I'm loving this. Amanda and Trina have known each other for 15 years now.
Wow.
They met when
a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And they met when they worked together at the YMCA, but then we weren't really like besties yet.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, kind of ignited their friendship.
Rekindled.
Rekindled, if you will, or they started discussing street parking. They were both street parking members, both
course.
did street parking, but then
It's an
realized,
icebreaker.
yeah, that they were like really both into it. And then they said they had this step brothers, did we just become best friends moment?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so
They
ever
went to
since,
double press in the garage.
yeah, did we just become best friends?
Yep.
So now you know they do at least one workout a week together every week. They're each other's accountability partner for when it comes to the vault specifically.
That is so awesome.
So now here they are crushing it in the Alcaraz garage for the 2023 vault.
Love this. They are chipping away at their last round. They still have about 2 minutes left in this work window to get that work done.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. I want to watch once Amanda gets to the double dumbbell snatch. If you watch, she kind of pushes the dumbbells back between her legs, and almost like a kettlebell swing. Like really opens her hips and knees hard and fast to get those up. Highly recommend to those of you watching at home, if you're having trouble getting the dumbbells overhead, if that lockout's getting a little bit slower, really try to employ that. Keep those dumbbells really close between the legs, squeeze the butt, drive hard through the hips. And I will say this, if you only have a heavy pair of dumbbells, and you just absolutely cannot do that safely, then by all means, you can do an alternating single arm dumbbell snatch. I would say up the reps to like 18 though. Not quite double the reps, but definitely increase the reps. That way you're getting a similar stimulus to the double dumbbell snatch. But a single dumbbell snatch is perfectly fine if the weights that you have for that are just not safe. You know what I mean?
So here we go, last couple of reps.
Yay!
There it is.
Awesome.
Cleopatra has been completed. Holy moly, I just realized we never mentioned who Cleopatra is.
Well, let's talk a little bit while Julian recovers.
Okay, fantastic.
I mean, I feel like everyone knows, right? It's Cleopatra, but in case you guys were wondering, this one is specifically Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of the Ptolemaic Kingdom.
Right on.
Her reign lasted from 51 BC to 30 BC, so 21 minutes is to signify her 21-year reign.
Absolutely love it. All right, let's go to Julian for the tips.
All right, well, that was lovely. I mean, I would say once you get into a position where you know you've got plenty of time to kind of calm down and relax, because the first two rounds, you're kind of wondering, okay, how long is this going to take me? You're almost panicking because you're like, okay, I want to make sure I have enough recovery time. But once you can realize, slow down even from the get-go, because that's what's going to be appropriate. You'll be able to find a better flow for this workout, and to me, that was a very appropriate pace because I was able to maintain intensity and focus on my positioning on the snatches. Anything heavier, I would have got really sloppy and destroyed because this workout is going to really spike your heart rate going from the toes to bar to the double unders to the snatch. Because even in the snatch, there's a lot of midline stability, so a lot of bracing, which if you're not efficient with the movement, that could really, you're holding your breath, right? So just keeping that in mind. You want to give yourself at least a minute 15 from the very beginning. In the later rounds, if you start dropping to 45 seconds, 40, you're still okay, as long as it's not happening too early in the workout. Because worst case, say you have 3 rounds left, pick up on the back end, give yourself another extra 20 seconds of recovery, because you know confidently that you could finish. You just need a little more recovery. It's not that you're getting sloppy on the movements. It's just a heart rate thing for sure. You want to allow it to settle down a little bit before you pick up on that next round. So that's it. Choose an appropriate weight. Don't be afraid to adjust. If you start off with dubs and you're getting frustrated, go to hop overs. If you're on knees to stomach, you're like, you know what? I'm breaking too much. If you're doing 7 and 3, that's appropriate, 2 sets. Anything more than that, go to the V-ups. And that's it. Those are my tips for this workout. I know each one of them has their own version of it, so I'll let Amanda.
Well, since I'm pregnant, I think it's fair to say that's super appropriate to adjust as needed along the whole way. Yeah, I started with double unders initially, and I could tell quickly that my pelvic floor wasn't holding up, and I was getting kind of fatigued towards the end. But it's okay to modify and switch over to hop overs. You know, I think anything that you need to do to modify or adjust, just as long as you're getting done and you're giving yourself enough break time in between each round. And definitely if you're in any kind of stage of pregnancy, just pace yourself and, you know, adjust as you need and change up the movements. And it's okay to slow it down and take your time throughout the whole thing. So that's a
cool.
I'd say.
Basically, same thing that Amanda said, just sub if you have to, and modify and pace yourself so you don't get burnt out quickly.
And just to kind of wrap it up, I know I pushed them to go, seeing how early they finished up. It took them like 1:15. With that, I knew, I was like, you know what, don't be afraid to challenge yourself and go the extra challenge. And if you fall off, so what? They were able to hold. And I think this is a very appropriate workout. Worst case, just adjust the weight or make a couple customizations. But don't be afraid to challenge yourself and go extra challenge in this workout.
Week 22 of the 2023 vault is Cleopatra. This workout is every 3 minutes for 21 minutes, which is 7 total rounds. You'll perform 10 toes to bar or 16 alternating V-ups, followed by 30 double unders or hop overs, and then 10 barbell power snatches. Rest any time remaining in the 3-minute window. This workout has 2 scores, your fastest round and your slowest round, and your goal is to complete each round in 1:15 to 2 minutes 15 seconds. You guys should be getting at least 45 seconds to rest each round, if not longer. Make sure that you make any adjustments or customizations to one or more movements in order to earn that much rest. When it comes to the toes to bar, you should be able to do those 10 reps in 1 to 3 sets. That means doing them unbroken or breaking into 6 and 4 or maybe 4, 3, and 3. If you're having to break more frequently than that, it's probably better to just customize to a hanging knee raise or go with the alternating V-up option. When it comes to choosing your weight for the snatches, you should, in theory, be able to do the 10 reps unbroken, but it might be smart to break those up once or twice from the beginning. Just be sure to keep your breaks super short. To see detailed demos of the movements in today's workout and to see customization options to make it work for you, head over to my.streetparking.com. Week 22 of the 2023 vault is Cleopatra. Your shift workout is 7 rounds of 30 seconds of sit-ups, followed by 30 seconds of single unders or toe taps, and then 30 seconds of alternating dumbbell hang power snatch. You'll rest 30 seconds between each round. This workout has 3 scores: your total sit-up reps, your total single under or toe tap reps, and your total hang power snatch reps. For sit-ups, your goal is to complete 40 to 60. For the single unders or toe taps, your goal is to complete 200 to 350. And for hang power snatches, your goal is 60 to 85 reps. For the sit-ups, your goal is to get 6 to 9 reps each round. You can start seated so that you're ready to start on the sit-ups as soon as that 30-second window starts. And then build in maybe 3 to 5 seconds to get up and off of the floor for the next 30-second window, so you're ready to start your single unders or your toe taps. Remember, for sit-ups, if you need help, you can anchor your feet under a pair of dumbbells or under your sofa, or you can loop a band or a towel around a post and then use that to assist you in sitting forward. For the hang power snatches, make sure that you choose a dumbbell weight that allows you to get 9 to 12 reps within each 30-second window. Keep in mind that these are alternating reps, but every rep will count towards your total. So when you do one on your right, that's 1. When you do one on your left, that's 2, so on and so forth. To see detailed demos of the movements in today's workout and to see customization options to make it work for you, head over to my.streetpark.